Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. As you can tell, it's been a minute and I'm a little under the weather. I owe you guys an explanation, but first, water. This is my water cup. It's a 50-ounce cup. I got it from Sam's. Y'all are gonna have to just excuse my voice. I am better today than I was yesterday or the day before. However, the way that my body is, the closer I am to being over a sickness, that's when I lose my voice. So I'm sorry. You're gonna see this video and some reels, possibly some TikToks with this voice, because we are leaving to go out of town. Y'all know we love to travel. We're leaving to go out of town in 3 days on Saturday. Today is Wednesday. Anyway, and I have stuff that I need to get done before we can leave. So, I have a lot to catch you guys up on. But before we do any of that stuff, refresh my water. All right guys, so I have my water. So I owe you guys an explanation about what's been going on. I owe y'all some life updates and all that good stuff. However, I have an order I need to fulfill. Hey Bubs, did you miss everybody? Yeah. Say hi.
Hi.
He's still here being a cutie pie. Anywho. Anyway, what I was saying was I have an order I need to fulfill tomorrow. I know y'all like orders. And last we checked, she was an internal auditor within the accounting industry. That has changed. So there's so much we need to talk about, and we're going to sit down and talk about it. But I have an order for a customer that I need to get prepped today, as well as I'm experimenting with a new baking method for my sourdough loaves. I've been experimenting a little bit with open baking, but for customers, I'm thinking I might revert back to Dutch oven baking for the inclusion loaves, just because some of my inclusions have like sugar, brown sugar, blueberries, cheese, all kind of sweet things or oily things, and then my oven gets wrecked and then I have to clean it out. I have to deep clean it, and I just don't think that that's good for your oven regularly. I think a deep clean monthly or quarterly, and then wipe out every other day is better for your oven. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I don't have a commercial oven yet. So yeah, I'm gonna bring you guys down. Y'all won't be able to see me per se, but I want to show y'all me mixing up some dough. All right guys, hopefully y'all can see everything. This bowl is gonna be for my honey wheat loaf, sandwich loaf. It's a sourdough loaf. It's pretty much my normal sourdough recipe, but I sub out a part of the unbleached white wheat flour for whole wheat flour. This one I'm just going to use whichever flour I get my hands on first, because I'm just recipe testing and I'm just going to give these loaves away to someone. So this bowl can hold easily 2 of my sourdough recipes. So I found that for customer purposes, I can get away with less starter per loaf because typically I am baking in bulk. So 5, 10, 15, 20 loaves at a time. And bulk dough will ferment faster. So for our home loaves, I still use 125 grams of starter per loaf, just because typically with loaves I bake for the house. I'm on a time crunch. If y'all hear that, I have my Berkey like right behind y'all. So I always use water out of our Berkey or water that I measure out ahead of time and let sit out so that it can not have chlorine. So because this one is going to be 4 loaves, that's going to be 200 grams of starter, 1,400 grams of water, and 2,000 grams of flour in this bowl, along with 40 to 50 grams of salt. I go back and forth between 10 and 12 grams of salt. Just depends on how I'm feeling that day. I don't go above 12 because everything with sourdough matters. I can't get my water measurement right today. Everything with sourdough matters and affects your bulk fermentation time, so I don't want to go over about 12 grams of salt because I know about what that will do and how my dough will react to it. I don't know how it will react to more salt. Thus, I try not to experiment too much with the salt. But you need salt, otherwise your loaves aren't going to be that good. Since this is my honey wheat loaf, I'm going to add, and I'm making 2 loaves. I always try to make it extra, especially if I'm only having 1 order to fulfill, just in case. Especially with the wheat breads, they're more finicky. They take longer to bulk ferment, in my opinion, that's for sure. So the dough is mixed together. I'm just trying to clean up here a little bit. It's gonna get dirty again because I have the shape here, but I like to wipe it down after I mix. It tends to get overwhelming if you don't at least wipe it down a little bit. Oh, so this explanation I owe y'all. Grandfather clock is back chiming. The bonnet is back. Everything is the same, you guys, except some life updates. So let's head over to the sofa. I have an hour for this to auto lease, so let's have that sit down chat, shall we? Ignore the clothes. Laundry, packing, life. All right. Hopefully y'all can see me well enough. Ignore my packages, which is part of my life update. So, first life update. We got 2 cats. Depending on the day, they get along. Y'all want to see one? This is Samson. Hi, Samson. Oh, this is Samson. This is my Snugglebug. Hi, Snugglebuggy. Hi, Snugglebuggy. My other cat, Agatha, she is a mama's girl, but she does not like being picked up. And she's older. See, Samson, he's 10 months, 11 months, so he's a baby. He loves all the cuddles. Aggie is an older girl. She is she is 6. So she's kind of stuck in her ways. Anyway, I'm all up in y'all's grill because I don't remember how to film anymore. It's been so long. Anyway, where to start? Where have we been? Well, we have been here in our house in Picayune. Just doing the life thing, you know, work, bills, kids. I had my nieces and nephews here for a while. I don't know if y'all remember me telling y'all that. I don't know if y'all remember me telling y'all that, but I had my nieces and nephews and my mom here pretty much for the last couple years. And it just got really chaotic. Life got busier. I went to work for a smaller company. Cat jumping videos. Y'all are gonna be so distracted today. I went to work for a smaller company that's closer to home because I realized that being closer to home was more important for me. I worked for that company for about a year, and then all of us higher earning people were laid off, which happens in corporate. So I pivoted. So I guess I'll start with the garden. I don't know if you've noticed, everywhere over the country is complaining about record highs for this summer, and we are not exempt. It's already naturally hot down here in the deep south of Mississippi, but this year has been particularly scorching. We have been able to do some harvest. We've harvested our potatoes and preserved them. We've done our tomatoes and preserved them. I was gonna do another round of tomatoes, and I have the seeds actually started in my dining room. I don't know if you can see. There's a light in that room back there. That's my dining room, and I do have some seeds started there, but I'm not gonna have time to see them to fruition. And I just got overexcited about trying these new varieties, the dwarf tomato project varieties that I heard about from Meg Grows Plants, but I don't have time, and we're leaving Saturday, and those plants could possibly go into the ground this weekend and we don't have the spot ready. So I'm going back and forth as to whether or not I'm gonna just try to go chuck them in the garden out back somewhere or compost them and just wait, because it's very, very hot. And my worry is planting them, not being able to be here and monitor any changes with them with the weather, and I don't have time to harden them off before we leave. So what else in the garden? We wanted to expand the garden this year. We did do some things, like we added the beginnings of what I'm calling Berry Row. There's so many things that I want to tell you about the garden, and when we have the time and funds to do that garden project, we'll go through all the details then. So that's pretty much the garden. It's neglected but producing, and yeah. Our farm, we didn't raise any meat animals this year. We didn't need to. Well, we needed to if we had the space to raise beef, but we don't raise our own red meat. We have enough chicken and pork in our poultry and beef and pork freezers. Our beef freezer is okay, especially with ground beef. We went and bought a bulk ground beef box from a local butcher here, but they also offer half and whole steers. So I'm just trying to work through and make sure we have room and everything. I keep mentioning finances because of me being laid off, our household income has been split in half. Luckily, when we bought this house and a lot of the things we purchased, mostly probably because of my education and experience within accounting and internal audit, we only use one of our incomes to apply, qualify, and buy this house, our cars, anything like that. It's just a little bit of a safety net. We actually thought it was going to go the other way around, and it has gone the other way around through our marriage, with Keith being out of work for various reasons, because he's self-employed. It's just the nature of his type of work. But now I am the one that is not gainfully employed at any particular business, and I have started a new business venture. So for the last month, I have been selling my sourdough baked goods, my sourdough loaves, my sandwich bread, sourdough chocolate chip cookies, sourdough English muffins, sourdough croissants, just all the things. And it has been received here in my local community really, really, really well. And so we have decided as a family to invest what we have and, you know, what we make back into that business and see if we can grow it into something that will bring my husband home to spend time with me and Eric more. He is home by about 3 o'clock every day, but you know, it's always nice to have him home. So yeah, that's what y'all saw me doing this morning. I was mixing up an order of honey wheat sourdough sandwich loaves for a customer to pick up tomorrow. So those will get their stretch and folds, bulk ferment, be shaped, and go into my refrigerator in my bakery room to be baked tomorrow morning, cooled and packaged for them to pick up tomorrow afternoon. Once I get my bakery room and my life in order, maybe we'll do a tour. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that's been going on. I could apologize and say I'm so sorry I haven't been here, but I won't apologize. Not because I don't miss you guys. I miss you guys. I miss interacting with you guys over on Instagram. I miss you guys. But YouTube at the time was a creative outlet for the stress of my everyday job. And at a point, especially when we were uploading 3 or 4 times a week, YouTube was a second, felt like sometimes third, YouTube was a second full-time job, and when you add on the posts and the Instagram and the engagement, it was like a third full-time job. So it wasn't fun anymore, but now I have time, and hopefully it will be fun again. And I miss hearing about what's going on with you guys and y'all's lives. Anyway, my phone's acting weird, but I'll be uploading on this channel once, maybe twice a week, and then trying to post some YouTube shorts and Instagram reels, things like that, a couple times a week. Make sure to follow my sourdough Facebook page, or request as a friend request. I may have to change it. We'll see. Make sure you head over to Simply Baked Sourdough Co. I'll have it linked down below. And if you're local, head over to my hot plate link and sign up for notifications every time I do a bread drop, and that way you can buy some of my sourdough. Yeah, all the links and things will be down below that I can remember if they're still active. So yeah, looking forward to being back, guys. Till next time. Bye.